It's funny because the other thing, you touch on competition, right? So obviously, there's market competition. There's various forms of competition within the sales category. But the one thing that I stress for every single one of my salespeople is the only competition that there is yourself. The only competition.
If you're a swimmer, you can imagine
exactly
that mindset. Tennis player, things like that.
So you go out there. Obviously, like within our area, there's so many different lenders, and there's so many good lenders who are producing at a very high capacity. And if you start thinking like I have to outperform that person, that is the wrong type of mentality, in my opinion.
It's wasted. It's
wasted.
It's a spatial time vampire.
Yeah.
It's just sucking your brain out. You can't focus on what you're doing.
So for us, our goals have been set of how can I beat yesterday's me? How could I beat the production that was done then? And so, for so long, I was plateauing at a certain level. And it was just like, how can I get past this specific plateau? And it was, I'm trying to compete with this person. I'm trying to compete with this person, this person. As soon as I started competing with myself and making it a game of how can I get this, all of a sudden production skyrocketed for me. All these different things happening. I wouldn't be able to open this office without making it a game.
Right. And that's the word we need to put a pin in, the game. Mm-hmm. When I sold credit card processing, let's face it, if you have babies and you lose your job and you go get a new job, you're usually going to work super extra hard. But explain to me how somebody can be in the industry for 10 years and I can show up and in 30 days I can set new records and beat everyone. Okay, because I'm just literally doing my job.
Yeah.
And that's how you find out no one's actually doing their job.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I just did my job. I'm like, I'm not doing anything special. I'm looking, I'm crushing
special
it.
About it.
Right. But this is important, is that I want to say, I'll put a pin in this, that we are looking at it as a game because we're highly skilled and we don't have to worry where our next meal's coming from. We've achieved what we set out to achieve. Now we're trying to figure out how to go to the next level.
Right.
What can we do? And this is the key, okay? No commission breath. Mm-hmm. What you said that a lot of people wouldn't catch unless they're in sales is that you're not going for the money anymore.
Right.
Right? You made enough money and you're comfortable, but you enjoy the business. And so what I did in my industry as a younger man, I came into the how many can I do? Mm-hmm. And I will tell you that on a 7-unit goal a month, I averaged 33. And one day, right, I did 58 deals. So I don't even think I could ever repeat that. There's a lot of things that go back into how I marketed that and set that up and did that. But the point is that when I took the position, I hoped to do 84 deals for the year.
Right.
And they looked at me and said, boy, Scott, and they didn't know me, boy, if anyone can do it, you can. I took that as a very insincere comment, since I was a new hire by somebody that I did not know and did not know me, and I know they didn't even read my resume, and that scared me. Mm-hmm. It scared me a lot. I thought, this is unachievable. And what I did is, for the first time ever, I put together a sales plan. I was told to do it. I was told to network, I was told to go do this, and I never wanted to do it. Back when there's a company called Pacific Telesis. If you went to a networking meeting at the Chamber of Commerce, there were so many phone sales guys there. It's like, everyone was new. No one could buy anything from each other. Like, they're all new salespeople.
Right.
Well, I just kind of had to find my place. And what I learned was all my experience, I can spend time with people and help them in a lot of areas, and then they'll say, well, what do you actually do? And then that's where I can help. I'm like, well, actually, real estate and this, we can help you with that. Oh, okay, well, I was looking for a home.
Right.
Instead of heading in that way. It's like, I've observed that I can help you. You have a store. The way it's arranged is clogging the flow. Mm-hmm. I can help you with that. Hey, did you know? Did you know? And so add value, give it away for free. If you want to be on TikTok today, you better do training videos for free, right? So give it away to keep it. Mm-hmm. That's how sales pros operate. I'm going to tell you everything about me. I'm going to tell you everything I know. And if you want to steal it and go do it, good. I've never seen anyone do it yet, because a poor plan, fully executed, beats a perfect plan, poorly executed.
Exactly.
Every time.
Absolutely.
Every time. Just do your thing.
So last week, I kind of thought this was funny because I had a phone call today. I was talking with my dad. And so last week, he's like,
Your
hey,
dad, the professional
my
golfer.
dad, the professional golfer. He's like, hey, how's everything going? I'm like, yeah, you know, it's really good. Like business is picking up for us. Like this month for us, the month of May is we're calling it 10X month. You know, we're reading.
wow.
I made everybody get the 10X rule, and we're all reading it together. It's almost like a book club, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you, James. Appreciate
There you
that.
go.
That's our
So is that
that's our
40,
producer.
number 41?
That's 41.
See, I don't do that. I took one book
That's
and I
a one.
studied it.
Actually, that's a one book. I've gone through it 4 times now. So that's
I've got to
like
write
my.
one. I'm gonna write one called. Actually, I wrote it. It's called "Sell Your Way Out of It."
I like it. That's.
I mean, everyone worries about money all the time, and they're in commission-only jobs. It's like just start,
Sell
get
your way out
busy.
of it. Exactly. So basically, what I did last week, because I was talking with my dad, and he's like, "So how's everything going?" I'm like, "Good. We're going through this book. Everything's going good." And I was like, "You know what I really want to do? Because I want this month to be the month where we just explode. Like that's a word that like has been on my mind, like explosion, right?" So last week, I was like, "We're gonna make a game about it." Going back to the game, walking to the staff meeting, I'm like, "Everybody, how many meetings are you taking per week? How many meetings are you taking per month?" And I was like, I could tell you right now, like, I'm not even doing this, and this is something that we all need to do.
Right.
And it's not just with our existing partners, obviously, because I can have 14 meetings with our existing partners and get nothing accomplished from that. I'm talking about new business development. How much are you actually doing? And everyone's like, okay, I'm thinking about it. I'm only doing like 1 to 2 per week.
This is why this is important. What you're saying.
Right.
Leads, which is just the way the industry is. Like in my business, it's Zillow. If you don't get Zillow leads, I mean, you know, we have a book of business we have probably about 7,000 names of people we've touched over the years. And by the way, that's not all of them because we didn't have a database in the early days. My wife said she did, but it turned out to be Gmail.
Right.
She thought it was a database. I'm like, that's not a database.
That's an email.
It's an email system. But the point is that she and I have tried to, you know, really work that. We get a lot of listings from that. Everybody knows this. People don't just call up off the internet and say, I want to sell my house. I mean, it's not really that way. So they call someone they know. And when they can't get a hold of them, by the way, they call us. I mean, that's how we get those deals.
Those business.
But in order for buyer leads, okay, so we have to use this thing called Zillow. But here's what I'm going to tell you. And so anyone who's in sales, you need to understand this, internalize it, and understand what its effect. Leads retard the prospecting gene. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
What do I mean when I say that?
Because you sit back on your haunches. You're not going after the new.
You literally, and
business
I happen to me, forget how to go get it.
Right.
And that door has a boulder in front of it and you can't get out of your house.
Right.
And the phone weighs 55 pounds and you can't lift it anymore.
Exactly.
And that is sales. And so sales is a mental game and you must overcome it. If you tell me you're at home watching Sports Center and eating Cheetos all day, I can help you with that. I've done that before. I've done that. You know, you just, when you wake up in sales and you use this model, which is what almost everyone does, is I got to find a new customer today. I need to finish the deal I started today, and I need to file that paperwork today, and I need to do the database, and you know, I have all these things, and that's not how you do it. I created a system that I promote heavily called Selling for Sanity, and that is Mondays. I break it up, and let's define utopia.
Right.
Utopian. Utopian is unachievable perfection. Everyone I did, until I looked it up in the dictionary, thinks that that is perfection. No, utopian world is unachievable perfection. So a utopian sales system and time management system is unachievable.
100%.
Okay, so with that in mind, here's the deal. Monday is a follow-up day. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. I know stuff happens, but no, I don't. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm meeting with clients and prospects all day long. Wednesday, if I don't prospect, it's kind of like not shaving. After a while, you start looking like a bum.
Yep.
So I just need to go out there and do it. And I need to call people, and I need to say, this is Scott Hardy, and the purpose of my call is this, and, you know, I'd like to, you know, who are you? What do you want? And when do you want it? Remember, did I catch you at a bad time? No. Well, this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is when I want it. And just say it casually. And you'll be shocked, and people will speak with you. Thursday, I go back out in the field again, or I just try to stay out, get out of my office, get the blood. Friday is a catch-all, not my day off. It's a catch-all because I said I want to meet with 4 people this week, and so far I've only met with 3. And I want to hit that goal because I am playing a game with myself.
Yep.
The final thing is I keep my word to me first, and I come up with a goal. I get up at 4:30 because I like to work out, I like to read, I like to play music, and you all start calling me around 9, 8, and 9, and I can't do any of my own thing. So I must greet my customers.
Right.
So I have to get up and get my stuff done, greet my customer, and then I will be able to meet your needs. And by setting, if somebody says, look, Scott, I can't meet you on a Tuesday or Thursday, because remember the sales technique. So I'd like to meet with you. And they're like, great. I mean, is Tuesday or Thursday better? Well, Thursday, with morning or afternoon. I just walk them down a path to fit into my schedule because I'm time management. I wake up in the morning, I'm proactive. What does that mean? It means I do my thing. I don't open my email and respond reactively to emails.
Yes.
And when you text me and say you sent me an email, I laugh and delete your text.
Right.
I'll get to it when I get to it. I am responsible. I'm responsible for my time. I'm responsible for
You
all
take your time as far as you control it. Right?
I control it.
Because what happens is, and I've noticed this, because in the very beginning, when I first started in this industry, and it was like, how can I get to this next level? I was reactive to everything.
Yeah.
So
And you
I'm
think
sitting
that's the
in my
right, like,
email.
I'm really servicing
I'm
everyone.
sitting in my
Yeah.
email all day waiting for the next email to come through so that I could do it. And it's instead of being reactive, as soon as you start being proactive, then it's just like boom, 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 boom. And that's what, same thing. When I'm teaching my guys right now, I'm sitting down with them. It's, okay, guys, first and foremost, get out there and get known. If you're not known, how can you grow? Right.
And historically, most of the research for sales has all been done by the insurance industry because they're the ones that were making all the money in the early days. They did with Harvard and many other Yale, and they did all these studies, and they've been duplicated year after year after year after year. Always says the same thing. The perfect salesperson has high empathy and high ego drive.
Yep.
So that means ego drive is I go to the sales call and you say no, and no matter what, you just don't seem. I know it's a perfect product for you. This is the worst when you just know and you just didn't get it through to them. I just didn't get through them. I made a mistake. I said something. I talked too much, whatever. And I leave. Because when they tell you I need to think about it, that's because you won't shut up.
Right.
That's why everyone says I need to think. So the process.